Hello friends, welcome back to my channel again. Well, we just had one, but who's ready for another book haul? If you have been following me for quite some time, you must know that I love used books. Recently, I came across an online used bookstore called Bookforest.in and I was kind of surprised with their collection and the affordable price. I bought 2000 rupees worth of books, which got me around 11 books, and I got a lot of genres in them. I have some middle grades here, I have some young adults, adult thrillers, and even non fiction. So, without further ado, let's get into the haul. First, let's see all the middle grade books that I've got from them. I got three middle grades, and the first one is one of my favorite middle grade. I have read it, I've enjoyed it, but I do not own a physical copy. I wanted to own it, and the author is pretty insanely famous and aptly talented too. That is Fortunately the Milk by Neil Gaiman. This is a very cute story of a father who has gone out to get milk for his kids, but he's getting late. When he returns back, he is telling an nonsensical adventure about his journey to get the milk, and the children are not buying it. He says that he has met aliens, he has met pirates, and everything. And it was such a nice story, but don't expect a sense out of it or a logic out of it. It is supposed to be just felt, and it's very, very good to read to your children. And it is illustrated too. The illustration is done by Chris Riddle. Like all the other Neil Gaiman books, they are a wonderful combo, and I'm so happy to get this book. Just look at the condition of this book. Isn't it as good as new? I am very much satisfied with this book. The next middle grade book that I got is School of Fear by Gritti Danishwari. This was very intriguing when I saw it because this story follows four kids who have different phobias. One is afraid of ghosts, one is afraid of confined space, and like that. In order to get over that fear, they have to go to a special school, and it seems that the school is more fearsome than their own fears. They have to overcome their own fear into that school, and I think it is going to be a very good time. The premise of this book is sounding really, really good and right up my alley. And again, this is a very new book, and I got it in a hardcover, which I'm very happy about. The next middle grade that I got is a contemporary one, and that is Hello Universe by Erin Entrada Kelly. So this follows a multiple POV of two girls and two boys. One of them is kind of stuck in a well, and the other three are searching for them, and it is kind of a journey about that search and the rescue, and it is also about some survival story. I have heard a lot about this book from other booktubers. I'm very happy that I have it with me now. So that was all the middle grades I got, and let's move on to the young adult. And the first book that I have here is Once Upon a Dream by Lisa Braswell. So this is published by Disney Group of Books, and they have the series called Twisted Tales, where they give a dark twist to all the fairy tales they have already published. And this one follows, as it is written here, what if the Sleeping Beauty never woke up? So I'm very interested to see how it is. I've been looking out for this book for a very long time. I wanted to check this out because fairy tale, darker twist, who wouldn't want to read this? I'm so happy that I got it. And again, look at how new this book looks like. Next is a book that I have been looking out for so long, and I'm very happy that I found this here. And that book is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. This is by Ransom Riggs. This is a kind of a gothic story of some missing orphanage girls, and this is told along with the text. They also use some photographs to tell us the story. The book is full of photographs, and the story follows Jacob, who has after a tragedy has left to an island where he stumbles upon the ruins of this home for peculiar children, and there he gets some photographs, and he's trying to make sense of all that, and he suspects that some of the girls were not only peculiar but also dangerous, and these girls are supposedly are still alive in that island, and I think the story is going to be very thrilling. So that is all about the young adults. Now we are going to the adult thriller section, where I have four books. The first one is In a Dark Dark Ood by Ruth Ware. Honestly, I don't know much about this book, but I think that Ruth Ware writes a lot of thriller books, and I have read one from her before called The Death of Mrs. Westerway, and that was pretty good. So I think that this book is going to be good too. I just picked it up to just have a nice time with a thriller. So the next one is a kind of book bundle which I'm very much excited for because it is kind of brand new. So this one is Agatha Christie's Murder Mysteries by Hercule Poirot, and it has 3 books. We have The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, and then There Were None, and The Murder in the Orient Express. I have read The Murder in the Orient Express and then There Were None. I'm excited to read this. I have to tell you about this book because this is the first ever English book that I have read. So this story is very, very close to my heart. I do not own a physical copy of this book. I read it from my school library. So I'm really very thrilled to have this in my possession. And the condition is really very good. So I'm very, very happy. This is one of the story that will keep you awake at night because I was very much interested in reading this book. I used to wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning so I can read it peacefully without any disturbance, and I wanted to know what is happening in that book and who is the killer. It is such a classic murder mystery. I loved it. I hope you will love it too. Highly, highly, highly recommend this. So that is all the thrillers, and we are moving on to the non-fiction section. I have 2 books here. Non-fiction is something I always tend to love when I read, but of late I haven't read much of non-fiction. So I wanted to dive into non-fiction again, and I think this would help me. The first one is Becoming by Michelle Obama. This is an autobiography of Michelle Obama, the former First Lady of USA. I hope this is going to be good because I have heard so much of good things, and she touches upon very wide range of topics, I think, and I can't wait to read this. I think it's going to be a very good time. Okay, the last book that I am going to talk about is one of the books that had a very huge impact on me as a reader early in my 20s. And this book was introduced to me by my father. I have already read it in Tamil, a translated version. I found the English version and I was very, very thrilled because I wanted to have a copy of it on my own library. And that is The Men Who Killed Gandhi, and this is by Manohar Malgonkar. This book is about the assassination of Gandhi, and the writer is a journalist, and he goes to the assassinators who are being released from jail, and he interviews them, and he is documenting their emotions. He is documenting the plot while they killed Gandhi and everything about it. And it is an unbiased book. It does not lean to left or right. It is really very good. And this is a book that every Indian must read, I feel, and it had a huge impact on me. So that is pretty much it, guys. These are all the books that I got from bookforest.in, and I am kind of satisfied and happy with the kind of condition and the pricing, everything. If you would like to check out their website, I'll leave the link down below. They have a wide range of books, not only fiction and non-fiction, they also have academic books and competitive exam books. So I highly recommend you to check out. That is pretty much it. So until I see you again with the very next video of bookish content, this is Sushmita signing off.